Fun fact about humans, we're all a little bit magic.
Say what?
Hear me out, and I'll tell you why. Humans can actually make their bones disappear without hurting themselves or breaking anything. So how is that done? It's the human body just being its amazing self. Right, Nigel?
Oh yes, I know. I'm amazing.
When you're first born, your skeleton has 300 parts. However, by the time you're an adult, your skeleton has 206 parts. So somehow you lost 94 parts.
Who's stolen my bones?
I mean, I'm pretty forgetful, but I would have noticed if I lost 94 parts.
Oh, me too. Ouch! Go easy, dude. My joints need oiling.
You might have known someone who's broken a bone before, or maybe you have. The really cool thing about bones is that when we break them, they actually mend themselves. Our bones can actually slightly bend under strain, but if we do something too suddenly, like fall from a bike, they can actually snap. And when our bones break, it really hurts.
Oh, you're telling me.
So how do we fix a broken bone? Unfortunately, we can't do it by magic, but there are other ways. One common way is by plastering the broken bone so that it can stay still, which leaves the opportunity for the bone to heal itself.
Did you know, Thomas, that the human bone can take up to 6 to 10 weeks to heal? I really am amazing.
A baby skeleton is actually made up of cartilage and bone. Now, cartilage is a flexible tissue, and although it may feel hard, it's actually quite movable. It's located all over our body, but mostly in the joints between our bones, like our elbows, knees, and ankles, as well as our ears and nose. So how about this? Touch the tip of your nose. See how pretty flexible it is? Now it's pretty soft and flexible up until halfway up. That's because the tip of your nose is made of cartilage. Your ears are made of cartilage too.
Hey, don't be so nosy.
So when we talk about the 300 parts of a baby skeleton, we're also talking about cartilage as well, because a baby skeleton is actually made up more of cartilage and not bone. But over time, the cartilage will actually turn into bone by a process called ossification.
Ossifer what? Huh?
As a baby grows, the bones fuse together to become bigger bones. So by the time we're adults, the skeleton has 206 bones.
Oh, I see. Got it.
And no, we don't lose bone. It's just that as we grow, certain parts of our skeleton has fused together.
Oh, so what you mean is I'm one tough cookie.
So, Nigel, what makes the skeleton laugh?
I don't know.
It's our funny bone, of course. Tough crowd.
Bad joke.
There's so many dangerous things out on the open seas. Sea creatures, pirates, the dreaded Bermuda Triangle. But the thing that I'm most afraid of is seasickness. Motion sickness is a battle of your senses. Your brain relies on your eyes, your ears, and your muscles to tell it how it's moving. And what happens when one of those is a little off is that you can feel very, very motion sick and maybe need to vomit. Oh. The rough seas certainly don't help either. Oh. Captain Paul, have you got any tips for seasickness?
Mate, look, the best advice I can give you is if you need to sit down, just stay in the middle of the boat, as low as you can get, so down on the lower level there, and back towards the bar in the middle.
Okay.
Because you can imagine the boat rocking like a pendulum.
Yeah, I can feel it rocking.
If you're on the outside, it's going to rock more.
Yeah,
in
it's
the
rocking
middle.
more.
Okay,
Yeah.
so low, at the back, bit of fresh air as well, you'll be fine.
Fresh air low, out the back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No
Thank you
worries.
so much.
Okay, all good.
So seasickness has to be one of the worst feelings that I've ever had. It's this overwhelming feeling of nausea. I feel like I want to vomit, and it's just completely consuming. It's an awful sensation. So the seasickness feeling comes from fluid-filled structures within your ear that are reacting to the rocking and the swaying of the vessel that you're on. And this is telling your brain that everything's moving in your world. But your eyes are receiving a signal where everything's pretty stable. And this confusion leads to a really awful feeling of nausea because your brain's very confused about what's going on. So like Captain Paul said, the best thing for me to do is get to the middle of the boat where it's not rocking as much to try and reduce the momentum. And if I can get some fresh air, that's great. And look to the horizon, because the horizon's not moving, it's stable. And then I can try and convince my brain that it's not moving as much and try and reduce those feelings of sickness that I'm feeling. Well, that's great advice, but I'm going to do exactly that. But first, I think I'm going to have to vomit.
Poor Sean, getting seasick. Luckily, your stomach lining reproduces itself every 3 days. If it didn't, your stomach would eat itself. Gross. And the acid, which normally breaks down the food that you eat, is strong enough that it could even dissolve metal. Is it kind of weird that I'm afraid of my stomach right now? Everyone's bodies look and react in different ways, and different shaped bodies are suited to different kinds of sports.
Good news, guys. There are ways to lessen your chances of getting sick with a cold. Here are my healthy hacks. Eating healthy foods, drinking lots of water, and getting enough sleep. Did you know that your body is like a giant supercomputer that constantly updates itself with ways to keep your body healthy? When your body gets infected by a virus, this shady guy, you can start to get really sick. A group of special cells, represented by our superhero, go in to help fight it. So over time, your immune system starts to recognize the bad guys and learns how to fight them off. I know you! That was pretty weird, but over time, your immune system learns from these experiences and builds up like armor. This is like the time I jumped into puddles and got my feet wet. From then on, I learned that I had to wear gumboots to get my feet protected. So this time, I know my feet won't get wet. But what about the next virus? What if it's completely different? Oh no! Well, I learned how to recognize and protect myself from that one. Another virus spotted and detected. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. Let's try that one more time. Yes, I made it through. So viruses are very clever and they can be very sneaky and find lots of different ways to get into the body. Our immune system is not perfect, but it gets it right most of the time. Yay! You guys had way too much fun doing that.
I'm here at the Australian Institute of Sport in Canberra to find out what this word means. Anthropometry. I'm just going to find out inside. Hamilton, Carmen, thank you so much for having a chat with me today. Now, these two are sports scientists.
Or more specifically, sports physiologists.
Right. Now, I'm going to ask you, what exactly does anthropometry mean?
It's just a long word for meaning measurement of the human body.
Did I say it correctly just then?
Pretty close.
And what are we doing today?
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to measure your height, your weight, your arm span, and your skin folds.
Skin folds. I've got a couple of those. There are ideal body shapes for different sports, and I want to find out what the best sport for my body type is. Should I be a swimmer, a basketball player, or a runner?
Okay, so if you walk over there, put your back against the wall, feet together. Okay, looking straight ahead, put that on your head. And what we do is we do a stretch height, so you take a deep breath in, nice and tall, just keep your heels on the ground. And that's okay, 181.0.
So that's exactly 181.
If you could step on the scales.
Step on the scales, where those feet
so
are.
See how heavy you are. 78.28. Okay, next we'll do your arm span, Nathan. Yep. If you put your back against there.
Back against there.
Yep, and just move that way a bit. Straighten your arm out, like that. Put your fingertips against this blue bar, yep. And other hand the same, and I'll just move this bar up to your hand. Give me a big stretch, just as long as you're touching both sides. Big, big, big. And relax, 179.5.
Now, why is like your arm span important?
For some sports, you might have to reach for a ball or you might have to block a ball. So the longer your arms, the more area you can cover with your arms.
And how would you say I rate with the old arm span?
You're actually just a tad under your standing height, which is within the normal range, but quite often a lot of athletes have a longer arm span than they are tall. Okay, next we're going to do your skin fold. So if you can just stand in the brown square there.
Yep.
Gives me enough room to move around you. And I'm just going to mark you up so I know where to take the sides.
Getting a suit made. Yep.
Okay, and can you expose your tummy for me?
Do you sure want me to do that?
Okay, we're getting an idea of how much body fat you're carrying, Nathan. Okay, this is called the skin fold calipers, and we're going to take basically a pinch test on 7 sites around your body.
So you're pinching the fat?
Yep, a double layer of skin and fat, or subcutaneous fat.
Just so you know, back there.
11.6, 15.0.
So Hamilton, what's next?
Okay, next we're going to do a DEXA scan to get a bit more information about your body composition.
Oh, so this big guy over here, eh?
Yep, so if you could just lie on that platform with your head up that end.
So just lay down?
Yep, just try and centre yourself as best you can inside those lines. Lying down, and I'll just check your head. Okay, just move down just a tad towards your feet. Yep, that'll be fine. I'll just put this platform under your feet. Yep, that platform there.
Cool.
And I'll just need you to put these hand paddles on now.
So?
Your hand there, okay.
It's like the one I use when I go swimming in the ocean.
And there, and that one in there. Yep, and just there. All you have to do is just lie still for 7 minutes. All right, you comfortable?
Yep.
Okay.
So we just finished all my tests and we're looking at the results, but Hamilton, is it safe to say you do this so that you can monitor your athletes to make sure that the training they're doing is actually helping them out?
Exactly, that's what we want to do, just to check that they're moving in the direction we want them to.
And with my results today, how do you think I went?
Well, based on your size and shape, I think you're perfect for a basketball guard.
Oh, so no slam dunking?
Well, you'd pass off to the guys who do the slam dunking, but you'd be the quick guy around the court.
Well, Hamilton, thank you so much.
No problem.
Thank you so much, Carmen. Come on, mate. Yeah, watch out, watch out. Whoa. Jackie, think quick.
Whoa! Well, obviously I need to work on my reaction times. You need really quick reaction times if you're working as an airfighter pilot or in sports like soccer, tennis and volleyball. You can test your reaction time at home using a ruler. All you need is a friend to hold a 30cm ruler in front of you, drop it, and you see how fast you can catch it. The number in centimetres just where your first finger caught the ruler is recorded. Oh, Nate, come help me. Okay, throw it and I'll catch it. No, you drop it. Drop it. Oh, I think I got 17. That's all right.
17, nice.
Okay, I'll test you now. So hold it. Oh!
12.
That is good, that's good.
I squeezed it a bit too hard.
Reaction time is a measurement of how quickly an organism responds to some sort of stimulus. So in this case, it's us reacting to the ruler dropping. Well, I got 17 and Nathan got 12. Let's see what you get. Oh, okay, we'll try that again. Hey! Okay.
I got 25 centimeters. I got 30 centimeters.
Oh.
I got 1 centimeter.
Oh, we'll try again. I was a warm-up. Try it a couple of times at home and see what your best time is. It's a really easy way of testing your own reaction using just a ruler.
Oh, okay, think quick.
Oh! Sorry, you guys making me giggle.
Oh, it's getting a bit cold here. Have you noticed that when you get cold, you get goosebumps? It's a bit of a weird thing for the body to do. Goosebumps are actually the hair follicles in your skin which make your hair stand on end. This reaction is left over from when we had longer hair, and doing so would actually help keep the heat in. It's also possible that when we had longer hair, goosebumps would have helped make us look bigger to scare off enemies when we were afraid. very much like how a cat allows his hair to stand on end to scare away other cats. It's not very helpful now. I mean, I don't look really scary, do I? But talking of unhelpful things...
Hello, it's Candice Dixon here, and I'm coming to you from the sunny Gold Coast to deliver to... I promise I'll get it. I just need to quickly fix this little...
We're going to cut there, everybody.
I'm so embarrassed. Sorry, everyone. It's getting worse.
Don't you just hate it when you're trying to say something really important and you get the hiccups? Sometimes it can be because you've eaten too much food, you've drunk too much fizzy drink, or even being too excited. Unborn babies can get hiccups as well. They can be so annoying. And when you don't have time for them, it can be even more frustrating.
Sorry, everyone. I promise I'll go away in 1 sec.
But that got me thinking, maybe there's a way we can cure our hiccups. Hiccups are caused by your diaphragm constricting or tightening. Now, your diaphragm is a muscle and tendon that sits about here, just below your rib cage, and it plays a big role in your breathing. And when you hiccup, it tightens when you don't want it to. The hic sound that you make is actually caused by air rushing into your lungs and your vocal cords snapping shut, making that characteristic hic noise. It may sound funny when you don't have them, but when you're the one that's got them, it can be so frustrating. There are lots of different theories about how to get rid of hiccups. Let's take a look at 3 popular theories. Don't worry, Candice, we'll have you back to your filming in no time.
Yes, please.
Okay, remedy 1, drinking a glass of water out of the opposite side of the glass while bending over.
Thank you.
Here you go.
Here we go. Did it work?
Oh,
Not yet.
No. Well, there's lots going on here. The idea behind this is, firstly, it's distracting you. You're taking a sip of water by bending over, everything's squished up, and you're having to swallow that. That's changing the way that you breathe. And so all of these things may be, just by chance, stopping you having the hiccups. Obviously, it didn't work, so let's try remedy 2.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, biting on a lemon. Delicious.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, here goes. Oh,
How was that?
so sour.
So again, the idea here is that we're trying to distract you. The lemon's really sour, so it takes your mind off it. It makes your mouth salivate. You're probably swallowing as well, so it's disrupting your breathing again. But again, it seems like it didn't really work.
They're not going away.
Which leaves remedy 3, frightening you.
How?
I'm sorry.
What are you doing?
We had to do that. Did it work?
Seriously, nothing is working.
Well, what's supposed to happen is that when you get frightened, your body goes into reflex mode and everything gets reset, and sometimes that can stop the hiccups. But it clearly hasn't helped.
I guess the best thing to do sometimes is just wait until it passes.
Yep.
Guys, I think it worked. It wasn't the quickest way, but it definitely worked.
Okay, problem solved. Guys, we're ready? Let's roll.
Here we go. Hello, I'm Candice Dixon, and I'm coming to you from the sunny Gold Coast to bring you today's weather forecast.
Our bodies are pretty amazing, aren't they? For one, our ears and our nose don't stop growing. That's a bit of a weird thought. Anyway, I'm going to see how my body continues to perform my awesome dance moves. See you next time on Get Clever.